Hi. Yes. Hello. It's me. I forgot to put music. Intermission. Hello there. I am a little bit late because everything was crashing. I had to restart my computer, and then it was like, hey, do you want to update now? So I had to update my computer. Um, but now I'm here. Still without a Unity project open, and that's what I've been trying to do this whole time. Combat system. Will you let me? No. Here is the third attempt, Combat System 3, 2D, and create the project. Okay. I've tried to create this project 3 times now, and every single time it has failed, which is suboptimal, to say the least. All right, let me get the lo-fi music going. Oh, that's not the one I normally use, but all right. It seems I cannot find the one I normally use, so I guess we're using a new one. Okay. Good, good, good. Unity is launching, so that'll take like 20 minutes. It really shouldn't, it should not take that much time. Do I still have Godot installed? Because that could be fun. Trying to make a game in Godot. So I guess I just have to wait for this Unity project to be up and running. Oh yeah, I can start my timer saying that I'm working on game development stuff. I swear, older Unity versions just did not take this much time to do anything. It was so wonderful. But now it takes forever to do anything. I might just download Godot before this Unity project is up and just try to figure out Godot for this stream. Godot download. Because Godot is smaller and open source. So hopefully it doesn't lag as much. Let's see. Oh, there's C# support? What the heck? Hell yeah, I want C# support. Let me tell you. Python, sick programming language. It's very cool. I hate it. I hate the spacing. I hate the fact you need to use indents. I love the curly brackets and semicolons. Python doesn't have any of that. I don't like it. So if I can download a version that supports C# on Godot, that's awesome. I was joking when I said that this would be done installing before the Unity project is up, but apparently Apparently that wasn't a joke. File Explorer. Go to the downloads. Go. Extract all. Yeah, let's just use Godot this stream. Let's figure out how Godot works. I think that would be fun. I'll just close all the Unity applications. What are your thoughts on my background? Beautiful, isn't it? It is just a solid color. Empty void. Alright, close Unity. There we go. Just gotta wait for Godot to finish extracting. About 60 seconds left. Does this just have the entire engine? Is that the setup? Or the engine? Holy shit. That's so fast. I can delete both those. New project. Combat system. Create folder. Browse. Sure. Create and edit. view. All right. So, I have no clue how Godot works. So I'm probably going to look up a tutorial just to get started and see how it goes. Actually, let's explore around just a little bit. Script, new script. Language, C#. Nice. Okay. Let's go back to 2D. I can make a 2D scene. Call this root. Okay. I think I can add child node. Node 2D. Call this player or something. Add child node. Rigid body. What's this? Node has no shape, so it can't collide. Okay, so I need to add a collision shape. Or do I need to put that under the rigid body? Okay, wait, now you're not happy. The shape must be provided for collision. Please create a shape resource to fill it. So I'm guessing that's in here. Shapes. Your resource. Box shape. Is there like, yeah, the 2D rectangle shape. Square. Let's open up shapes. Square. Sure. So I'm guessing I need to put that in there. Yep, nice. Solid. And there's a little run button up here. What happens when I play this? No main scene has ever been defined. Select one. You can change it. Is this how do I? Select current. Oh, do I need to like save scene? Save scene as main. Oh, it doesn't have a texture, does it? Is that also a node that I need to add? Texture rect? Or is that just something I add onto here? Material. Can I just... Oh. Oh, is there like a sprite node? Sprite, yes, okay. I'll put that in player. Sprite. Texture, there we go. I can scale that down a little bit. Transform. 0.3. 0.3. And I can center it. Save. Run. Look at it. It's all the way up there. Is that like a main camera? Is that... That's probably also something I need to... Headshot node. Camera. Camera 2D. Okay, let's try this. Nope. Do I need to set it under a specific... Let's make another node 2D. Put camera under there. Call this camera. And then where is my... Come on. Camera 2D. Where? Oh, do I just need to enable current? It seems so. Okay. How do I zoom it in? Transform. 0.1. No. Editor. Drag. That's not it. Oh, zoom. Here we go. Divide by 4. 0.25. Oh, can you not do operations in Godot? God, this is so much faster. Okay. Let's bring the camera all the way up here. And let's create a platform. Can move it. And then I think I can just stretch it. Like that. Should I just make like a basic platformer just to get the hang of Godot. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. My plan for this stream has shifted dramatically. All right. So then in player, child node script. Is that attach script? Inherits node 2D. Call it. Make it a C# script. Where do I name it? Okay, let's just create. Public class player node 2D override ready. So process is called every frame, called when node end. Okay, so it's like start an update. Let's remove all these comments. And they just have, okay, delta is just since the previous frame. Sounds good. Is it, okay, so if I write public rigid body 2D or B? Can I do that? Yes. RB equals node 2D dot I might be way off here. I'm just copying what I know from Unity. Why is there no autocomplete? Is there a way to set up autocomplete? Debug. Editor. Okay. Velocity dot y minus equals or plus equals in Godot's case, I think, equals 1. Let's try that and see how many errors that returns. Oh wait, what did I just do? Main scene, yes. 2D. Okay, good. Okay, so my script has something wrong with it. Let's remove both of these and then just see. Nope, go back to main scene, 2D, run. Still an error. What if I remove that? Back to 2D, let's run. Still an error. Am I just gonna have to use GDScript for now? I might have to. Okay. Did I just delete my player? Yes, I did. 2D, undo, script, close, discard. How do I delete the script? Show in the files. Right here. Delete. Remove. Okay. I thought I just deleted you. New script. Let's try GDScript to see if that breaks or not. Great. Funk underscore ready. I hate that. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably try to set up C sharp code off stream because I feel like, or actually, I might as well just set it up now. First, let's check to see if this breaks. Does it break if it's GD script? Yes, it does. What if I just remove the script completely? Yeah, let's do that. What is this? Oh, the platform's collision shape didn't move. Whoopsies. There we go. Sprite, yep. Does it break now? Yes, okay, so I messed something up. The application. Restore. I am very confused. All right, let's try restarting completely. Is my game development timer running? Yes, it is. Okay. Godot. I know I have Godot installed. It's not showing up on my search though. Okay, let's just quickly create a shortcut of this. Create a shortcut. Name it Godot. Move it. There we go. All right, let's delete this project. Platformer. Just so I can get a... Okay. Just so I can get a hang of the physics in Godot. And yeah, let's boot up a tutorial. YouTube. I messed around in it a little bit, got confused, broke something, so now it's time to look something up and learn how to make a platformer in Godot. Heartbeast should be good. We can stop music. Except Spotify's being slow. There we go. Okay, and let's put Godot.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Ben, and welcome to this Godot tutorial / code along series. This is a beginner series for people who are at least somewhat familiar with programming, but absolute beginners to Godot. And I expect the series to last about 4 to 5 videos, and I'll be making those videos over the course of the next week or potentially 2 weeks.
4 to 5.
We're going to be using the Kenny Pixel Platformer asset, so this will be a pixel art platformer game. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Kenny and their wonderful assets. You can check out their website at kennyey.nl, and yeah, they've got tons of great assets on here. A lot of them public domain, great stuff.
I
so
should
you
probably
can
get
download them
that.
in here, and that should download them onto your computer. I've already downloaded them and extracted out the files. So we're inside of Kenny Pixel Platformer, and we can go into the tile map folder right here. Now we're going to be using this characters packed and tiles packed tile maps here. So let's minimize this and open up Godot. Now Godot is a open source, completely free game engine. You can download it at godotengine.org. And we're going to, yours won't have these other projects here. These are projects that
it's not pausing.
And we're going to just click a new project here. Now we need to select a folder. I have in my documents, I have a Godot 3 folder. I'm just going to open that and then hit select current folder. And we're going to call this Pixel Platformer. And we'll
okay, I think it's paused. My computer is not having fun right now. Can he? What am I looking for? It's full screen. Assets. Where is the base pixel platformer? Pixel platformer. Here we go. Download. Let's go over to where that downloaded. Let's extract everything. Extract all. And back to the video tutorial.
do create folder and create and edit, and that will create the project for us and open it up inside of the Godot editor. Now we need to come open up our file system here and we can, well, actually, let's pause for just a second. So currently, if we click on this icon here, double click on it, you can see that there is a filter being applied to this texture. It's kind of blurred. And so since we're making a pixel art game, we don't want that. And the way that we can fix this is by coming into import, selecting preset, selecting 2D pixel, and then with our icon selected, selecting re-import. And now you can see it removes that blur that was there. Now this is kind of a blurry icon, just by nature, because it's not actually pixel art, it's just really low resolution. But now you can see each individual pixel.
The video just isn't pausing when I want it to. Okay, import. I need to select a resource. Okay. Here, texture, no. Image. Bitmap. Texture. Wait, what did he do? I'm confused. But as texture. Okay, back up, back up.
And now you can see it removes that blur that was there. Now this is kind of a blurry pixel. Making a pixel art game, we don't want that. And the way that we can fix this is by coming into import, selecting preset, selecting 2D pixel, and then with our
preset 2D pixel, re-import. Why is it not showing up? Okay, cool. Let's go.
Icon selected, selecting re-import. And now you can see it removes that blur that was there. Now this is kind of a blurry icon, just by nature, because it's not actually pixel art, it's just really low resolution. But now you can see each individual pixel is nice and crisp on it. And so we've correctly imported that. Now we can click presets again and do set as default for texture. That way every single texture that we import into our project will
preset, set as default for texture. Let's go.
Now have the 2D pixel preset the way it is imported, so it will all be imported as crisp pixel art. Now we can come into here, select characters packed, and select tiles. I'm going to hold control, select tiles packed, and drag these in over here to our file system.
Okay. So I select tiles packed, characters packed, drag them into the file system. Nice. These should also all be crisp. Tiles. Yes, yes. Okay, let's create a folder. Call it textures. Let's put both of those in here. Okay, nice. That loading bar was so fast. Oh my goodness.
As we select those, you can see that they're nice and crisp. The pixel art looks really great. So now in Godot, we need to create a new scene, and this scene is going to be a level that the character will be able to move around in. And we want it to be a 2D scene. Godot is both a 2D and a 3D engine. So I selected this 2D up here, but we can also just click 2D here, and this will add a node to our very first scene that is unsaved. And this node is just a node 2D, which means really these are its properties here, but the main thing that it has is it's got a position, a scale, and stuff like that. So we'll call this world, and we'll hit Control F.
Okay. Scene, 2D scene. World. Hit Control S. World, save. That's our scene. Okay. Very cool.
S to save this scene, and just save it, and now we can click run the game, and it needs us to select the scene that is run every single time the game is run.
Run. Select current. And then nothing's going to happen. Sick. Okay, very cool. Nothing's broken.
So kind of the first scene that is run. And just select current, and that will select our world. And you can see that we're running the game here. Now if we drag over, if we click on our textures, we drag over tiles, packed, and run the scene, or just run the game, I guess. You can see that we can see those tiles here. And that's because when we drag over this texture, it creates a sprite node to display that texture automatically. Godot automatically creates a new node, and it assigns the texture to this slot here. But the problem is our resolution is really bad for a pixel art game. Like, this is pretty tiny. We want to scale up that pixel art. And so in order to do that, we can go to projects, project settings, and let's see where it's under. Sometimes I can find it right away, and sometimes it takes me forever to find it. Okay, it's under display and window. Now we can set the window size here to 320 by 180. And this will give us a much better window size. You can see here, you can actually see the window size if I hide this. And if we run the game, didn't work, right? It set the window size, but we're not actually scaling up this window. So how do we scale up the window? We come into project settings, and then we set the test width and test height. So this is kind of like, the first settings are the kind of like view in the game, and then the test width and test height are the scale of the window on your screen. So we're gonna do this 1280 by 720, which is scaling our pixel art by 4. Now we also need to select its stretch mode. Currently it's disabled. We wanna set this to 2D. Okay, now when we run the game, boom, there's our pixel art right there on the screen, nice and big. Okay, so we've got our window set up properly. We've got our pixel art set up.
No, I will not be doing
properly.
that.
We can delete this right here.
But good to know that that's there, because if I ever want to make a pixel perfect effect, we can do that.
Scenes are kind of like the toolboxes. And so a scene is a collection of nodes, and there are certain tools that are useful together. So let's say we have a player scene, and the player is kind of like the toolbox, right? But inside of that player scene, it needs to have certain things that it can do. It needs to be able to show a sprite. It needs to be able to handle collisions. And those different things can be handled by nodes or tools that are inside of that toolbox. So first we're going to start off by making a new scene, clicking the button up here, a new 2D, well, no, we're not going to do 2D scene. We're actually going to do other node. We're going to do static body. Now, a static body is a collision or physics node that can handle collisions, and they're generally meant for platforms because they're static. They're meant to kind of.
Wait, what? Closed. Okay. Then you went other node. Static body. Okay.
kind of stay put in the world, and think of it as like a rock or a brick or something that the character can run into. We're actually going to just call this one block, okay? And we're getting a warning.
Is this like what a prefab would be in Unity? I think so. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Warning message here. This just tells us that our static body doesn't have a collision shape node. So we need to click this little plus button. So when it's selected, click the little plus button and search for collision. And we're going to do a collision shape 2D. We can
Okay. Collision shape 2D. Yep, and then I need to make a shape. New rectangle. I'll just
select this collision shape 2D, but it still needs an actual shape. This is just the node, but we need a shape that defines what that node looks like. So we're going to come over here, click on shape, click on empty. Here we get a rectangle shape, and
new rectangle shape. Okay.
We can create, it automatically creates a rectangle shape. Now we're going to turn on use grid snap, this little button here, and we're going to drag the corners of our shape to that grid snap, and then hit Control S so we can save our block here. Okay, so we've got a block scene, it's got a collision shape, but there's no way to see it.
Wait, what's pixel snap?
Click on shape, click on empty. Here we get a rectangle shape, and we can create, it automatically creates a rectangle shape. Now we're going to turn on use grid snap, this little button here. and we're going to drag the corners of our shape to that grid snap, and then I'm going to hit Control S so we can save our block here. Okay, so we've got a block scene, it's got a collision shape.
Control S, block, save. Okay, so I have block and world. Can I drag block into world? No, I cannot.
But there's no way to see it, so we're going to add a sprite to this. And we're actually going to use an animated sprite, even though it won't be animated. Funnily enough, well, you know, let's actually, I'm going to let's delete it. Let's use an actual sprite. We'll use an animated sprite for the player. So we'll just use a sprite here. Now the sprite node needs a texture. So we can come over to our tiles packed, drag it in here to texture, and that gives us, we can see every single tile now all at once, right? Because we drag over the entire tile map texture. In order to select a specific section in this, we need to click on region over here when our sprite node is selected, and then click enable. Okay, now we can't see anything except this tiny little piece here, which doesn't even show anything. So we need to click on texture region down here. This will show us the texture, and we can pan and zoom here. This will show us the texture, and we can select a specific.
Oh, sick. Okay. Block. Child node. Nope. Sprite. Sprite. Here. Tiles packed. Put that in there. Region. Enabled. Texture region. Zoom in. Well, would you look at that? Is there any way to make this snap? Because right now it is not snapping. That is not good. Not good at all, actually.
Region, okay? And there's a lot of things here that could make a good brick. Probably this one is the one I'm going to choose. So we can kind of zoom in on this a little bit. We want to turn on snap mode, and for this we can just do.
Okay, right there. Yeah. Snap mode, pixel snap. Okay. And yeah, let's move it over to. Actually, let's move it over to this brick over here.
Pixel snap, I think that should work just fine. We can click with our mouse and select and drag until we've selected this brick exactly. And now you can see that it is displayed. That's the only region inside of the texture that we are displaying for the sprite. So we can click texture region again to get rid of that. And now we can click on our, actually click on the sprite node and drag it up so that it's displayed behind our collision shape.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now we can click on the collision shape and increase. Our snap is not correct. So let's click on these three dots, configure snap. It's currently set to 8 by 8, but this Kenny asset is actually set up to be 10 pixels by 10 pixels. So we'll do 10 by 10. Okay, I lied. It's 9 by 9, really? That surprises me. Okay, well, let's do, oh my gosh, I can't click that. 9 by 9, okay, there we go. Now we can drag out our collision.
Grid, configure snap. 9 by 9 pixels. Okay. Very cool.
Shapes so that it lines up perfectly with our block. And if we come into our world, we're also going to want to set collisions here, and we're going to want to use the same 9 by 9. So configure snap, and then we'll do 9 by 9.
Okay, let's quickly save the block. Let's go back to world. Configure snap. 9 by 9. Okay.
We can drag this brick into this world, or this block.
Oh,
Wait.
we can?
I see, it's 18.
Block. Oh, you can drag it in here. Okay. Okay. Very cool. So this is actually like an entire scene. So they are like prefabs.
18 by 18. That's what it is. But 9 by 9 works for this, for what we're doing here. And if we run the game, we will see our brick displayed in the world very nicely. And let's move it over here. Now, if we want, we can duplicate this brick by selecting the block here and doing Control D. Did I have you drag it in from here? I think I did. You can also create it using this button. So you can select this and then click block. Okay, so we duplicated this one. Now let's drag that over here. And I'm going to just make a few blocks. Just like that. Duplicating them, we got them over here. We've got a lot of blocks there.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. snap so well. D, 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 D. I'm gonna have to make a camera script because I didn't do the settings, and now, yeah, it's all zoomed out. That's fine.
Together. Looks good, actually. Looked really good. Kenny did a good job with the pixel art. Okay, now we're going to create a new scene, and this is going to be other node, and we're going to use a kinematic body. Now, kinematic body is a different type of physics body, where we had static before. Static is meant to be like bricks, rocks. Kinematic bodies are...
Okay, and now we're making the player. Kinematic. So I'm guessing this one can move. Player. What are you missing? You are missing collision shape 2D. Add child node. Collision shape 2D. And I'm guessing this one is actually a capsule. Here we go.
Are meant to be like player characters. Specifically player characters where you want to have a lot of control over how they move around in the world, and specific control, like their acceleration and gravity. You're going to control all those variables. So great for platformers. We're going to click on this. We're going to player. Now it needs a collision shape 2. So we'll do collision shape 2D. We'll just do a little rectangle again.
Rectangle.
And we're going to need a sprite that's attached to this. So we'll do an animated sprite this time. This will allow us to animate.
Okay. Let's see. Add child node. Animated sprite.
Our character. Now animated sprites, they need frames, not a texture. And the frames resource will have textures inside of it. So we'll click on frames, new sprite frames, and usually it opens up a tab when you do that, but it didn't this time. But I bet if I click on this, yep, so I just clicked on frames and it opened it up. You can see this new sprite frames tab. We need an animation here. I'm gonna double click on this and
New sprite frames. Solid.
name this idle. And all we need to do is select, now we need to add some frames to our animation. So we can select this, and we can select.
God, I love how fast Godot is. There's like no waiting. Textures. Okay, how do I select just one texture?
Characters packed, open. Now we need to tell it how many frames there are horizontally and vertically, and it's 9:3, not 34, 3. Okay. We can zoom in with control, and we need to select the frame that we're going to use. Now you can pick any of these characters you want. I'm going to pick the little green guy, the default green guy, and just have the normal.
How do you do that?
Up. You can see this new sprite frames tab. We need an animation here. I'm going to double click on this and we'll name this idle. And all we need to do is select, now we need to add some frames to our animation, so we can select this, and we can select character.
Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Add animated sprite. New frames. Bap, bap, bap. 9:3. Size 18:18. Oh. What? Oh, they're 24:24? What? Okay. I think these are the only two we're using.
Characters packed, open. Now we need to tell it how many frames there are horizontally and vertically, and it's 9:3, not 34, 3. Okay. We can zoom in with control, and we need to select the frame that we're going to use. Now you can pick any of these characters you want. I'm going to pick the little green guy, the default green guy, and just have the normal standing, not with his legs separated, and do add.
No, I don't want to delete the entire node. There we go. Okay. Let's quickly adjust this collision shape as well, because it is off. And let's bring this up. Collision shape. Sprite settings. Configure snap. 4.5 pixels. Every 1 pixel, I guess, instead. So I can take this collision, do that, like this. can't I? Should I? Excuse me? Why is it increasing by 2? Height 3. Resource. Away. 0.5. Okay. Sure. I guess.
Frame. Now we've got our idle frame for our character like this. Looks great. I'm going to click on our animated sprite, and I'm going to click on flip horizontal so he's facing to the right. Then I'm going to move.
It's looking right now.
Move our sprite up above our collision shape again, and we're going to set the collision shape for our little character. Now we can turn off snap, and we should be able to have pixel art snap. Now if you don't have pixel snap set, click the 3 dots and just make sure that use pixel snap is checked. Now we can set I'm going to set the collision shape for our little character to be about like this. You generally want to have the collision shape.
Okay. You set it to just the little guy. Okay, nice.
Shape to match up pretty nicely with the feet. And I think this will work pretty well for our character. We can hit Control S to save. Now we have a player character, and if we come back,
Save. Player. Save. World. Add. Player. Move him in. We got a player now.
back into our world, we can select the world node, the root node, and we can drag our player scene into the world. I'm going to turn off snap. We should have pixel art snap on and drag it up until it's just standing right here on that little block. And I'll turn snap back on and run the game. And there's our character standing right there on the blocks. However, he doesn't have gravity applied for sure. If we put him up here, higher, and run the game, he just floats there in the air, so we don't have any gravity. This is where we're going to, we kind of got through the setup, right? We're 17 minutes in, we've gone through the setup. But this is where the fun part starts. I mean, the other parts are kind of fun too, setting up this nice pixel art in the world. And
Great. Well, I think I might end the stream early today. Just a quick 50-minute stream. Just setting things up with Godot. And yeah, that'll be it because no reason. That'll just be it. I am starting to get tired.